Local 4 News begins right now with a breaking news alert.
Good afternoon, everybody. Our breaking news right now, all lanes of eastbound I-96 in Novi, right there at Novi Road, are closed due to this, an overturned dump truck. Crews are working to clean up the mess, but right now, if you are headed in that eastbound direction through the Novi area on 96, you might want to hop off and take Grand River instead. A stressed shooter, what allegedly led a man to open fire and kill his own niece. Thank you so much for joining us this noon. We are starting with that breaking news from Detroit's west side, where a man actually called police on himself after opening fire and killing a woman. Priya Mann is following this story for us live from the scene. Priya, what exactly happened here?
Well, Rhonda, sources are telling us that the shooter called 911 himself, saying that he shot and killed someone because he was stressed out and couldn't take the pressure anymore. And when police arrived, they found a body of a woman in the front living room. Just take a look behind me right now. Police are on scene, canvassing. They're going door to door. We're in the 15,000 block of Winthrop. That's right by Greenfield and Puritan. Now, sources are telling us that the victim is the shooter's niece, and she was at the home because she's a caretaker for the shooter's mother. Sources telling us that the shooter's mother has dementia. She was still in the home at the time. Police are telling us that she's not aware of what's been going on. Now, sources are also telling us at this time that when they got to the home, the shooter was still armed. They had to get the man to put his gun down before they were able to assess the situation. He was apparently in the same room as the victim's body and his mother when police arrived. Now, we did speak to neighbors who just say they're shocked that this happened right here in their community.
We all grew up with each other. So for this is kind of like a family thing. This is not like a just run-of-the-mill kind of individual. This has been a staple in this community.
Now, that call came in around 10:22 this morning. Police are still on the scene here. Again, a 42-year-old woman shot once in the head. She has died. We're learning from sources that the victim is the shooter's niece, and that shooter is now in police custody. We're going to stay on the scene as this story develops. Reporting live from the west side, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
All right, very troubling, Priya. Thank you. A massive manhunt is underway after police in London say that the subway explosion that left at least 22 people injured is being treated as a terrorist attack. Investigators say the bomb that went off was a homemade device. It all happened just before 8:30 local time, and this was right around the morning rush hour there in London. Many witnesses described the scene as chaos as people in the subway station fled in terror.
I turned and sort of a remnants of a flash and then smoke and then just hordes of people, and the stampede had already started running towards me.
As I approached the station, everyone was like piling out. Like people weren't even running; they were falling over each other and just fleeing.
Britain's prime minister says that the official threat level from terrorism remains at severe, and this is the 5th attack in Britain this year, if you've been wondering if this sounds familiar. For updates and continuous coverage on the attack in London, you can always count on our website at clickondetroit.com to keep you updated. Meanwhile, turning our attention to North Korea, where tensions remain high after the country conducts its longest ever test flight of a ballistic missile. The North launched an intermediate range weapon over Japan and into the northern Pacific Ocean earlier today. The missile flew 2,300 miles east of northern Japan before falling into the ocean. Japan's prime minister condemns the act as a dangerous, provocative action, and the North tested a hydrogen bomb earlier this month despite new sanctions from the UN. All right, let's talk about some happy news, because I think it's the most anticipated weekend in a while. You've been talking about we could see 80s by the weekend, and now that they're finally here, I think we are anxiously anticipating getting off work today.
There's something big going on everywhere. I mean, especially downtown. It's a huge Friday night.
Yeah, District Detroit. We're talking Ford Field, the Little Caesars Arena, the Fox Theater, Fillmore, just that one little block.
All kinds of great stuff going on. Yep, high school football. The Tigers are playing tonight, and I'm sure you've got some fun plans, something going on. So let's get you started here and, yeah, bring you the best news of the newscast. It's the weather. It's 75 degrees outside right now. 75 at City Airport 2, 76 Ann Arbor, 75 in Flint, 75 in Port Huron, 75 in Monroe, magic number. On our way to 80 degrees today. It's been a little while since we've seen the snowman. 80, mix of mostly sunshine and a few clouds. Very, very nice and comfortable. Humidity is up a little bit, but not unbearable, unmanageable, so we're going to do fine. Sunset tonight at 7:42, so you're getting ready for those high school football games. Temperatures for most of the evening in the 70s, by 10 o'clock or so falling into the upper 60s if you're going to be out and about for that much time. But notice the clear skies. We're in really good shape here and will continue for most of the weekend. A chance for a shower or two in part of the weekend, and I'll bring you the rest of the weekend forecast, looking already into next week and a stretch of warm air, Rhonda, coming up.
All right, Brandon, thank you. Police in Detroit are searching for the suspects responsible for crashing a car into a building and stealing an ATM on the city's west side. It happened early this morning at Lumley and McGraw, just north of Michigan Avenue. You are looking at video from that scene early this morning. Police believe that the suspects used a truck to run right into the building and make way with that ATM. If you have any information, you should contact Detroit police. And we have another breaking news alert. Right now, a neighborhood is still seeing some flooded streets after water main broke on Detroit's west side. Streets are Littlefield and Pickford and are impacted by this water main break. The road still remains flooded. However, at this time, traffic is still able to get by, so it must not be that deep, but you may want to avoid it if you can. Two long-awaited restaurants are now ready to serve Metro Detroit. The Canadian franchise Smokes Poutineery will have their grand opening today at noon. The restaurant is located in 1300 South Avenue in Ann Arbor. The menu features various combinations of the fries with cheese and gravy that are certainly a big popularity there in Canada. And also the popular Chicago-based pizza chain Giordano's is officially open for business. They're located right here in downtown Detroit on Randolph Street. Coming up here on Local 4 News at noon, honoring an icon, the woman who changed the face of same-sex marriage across the world. Plus a controversy coming down, the Confederate statue that has a city council fighting with a judge over the issue. We'll have more on that. But first, the president is in Southwest Florida surveying the recent damage due to Hurricane Irma, how what he saw will impact relief. Welcome back, everybody. President Trump toured a Naples neighborhood in Florida damaged by Hurricane Irma. He praised first responders and Florida residents for their quick response to the devastating storm. The president was joined by the First Lady and Vice President Mike Pence as they toured damage at a mobile home park. After greeting residents and even helping in an outdoor lunch line, the president said that the federal government is with Florida 100%. And some sad news out of North Carolina. That is where one soldier has died and 7 others were injured during a training exercise at Fort Bragg. Officials say that the incident happened during a demolition training exercise. However, officials could not confirm the exact circumstances of the incident, but officials do say that 32-year-old Staff Sergeant Alexander Delita of Massachusetts died from his injuries. The cause of the incident remains under investigation. And crews in Dallas have removed the controversial statue of Confederate General Robert E. Lee from a park. On September 7th, the city council voted to remove the statue, but a U.S. district judge granted a temporary restraining order until a hearing could take place. The next day, the city filed a response and a judge agreed. The removal could continue. City officials say that the statue will be taken to storage unit. Officials will decide then what to do with it. Family, friends, and strangers will say a final farewell to LGBT advocate and icon Edith Windsor. A public memorial for Windsor will be held today at Riverside Memorial Chapel in New York. Windsor sued the federal government over the defense of the Marriage Act, which eventually led to same-sex couples being granted the right to be legally married in the United States. Edith Windsor died Tuesday in New York. She was 88 years old. Up next, binge drinking and its effect on your brain, the damage that it could cause at a very early age. We'll have that next in Good Health. And let's get over to Brandon and talk about just how gorgeous it's going to be this weekend.
It is. We are lucky we are not in Montana. from wildfires one day to snow the next. We're on the warmer sector, tracking a weekend warm-up with you, for you, next.
She was successful by day, hiding a secret at night.
I found myself shaking at lunch.
She had it all: career, family, good marriage. But she was struggling with an addiction, afraid to tell anyone.
I just would tell myself, you know, I'm fine. What I say is that I have a broken off switch. When I start, I can't stop.
How she kicked the habit and is helping women just like her to do the same. Tonight at 11.
Save up to
Welcome back, everybody. Turning to good health, and this is about teens and alcohol. A new study finds binge drinking at a young age may harm the brain. In a new study, students with a history of binge drinking showed increased activity in several regions of the brain. Experts say that these changes may be an early sign of alcohol-induced brain damage. Binge drinking is considered 5 or more drinks for men or 4 for women, and this would be in a 2-hour period. Americans are mixed on whether tackle football is safe for children. A new poll reveals 53% of adults believe tackle football is not a safe sport for kids before they are in high school, but 57% think high school football is safe. The poll also found that men and people without college degrees were more likely to approve of tackle football for younger children. The moms are like, I don't want my sons playing.
Right.
Yes. Or daughters, for that matter. The girls are playing now, too. Although a lot of times it's the kicker, which they don't get hit as much. They're not supposed to anyway.
Yeah. If you're smart, that's what you train your kid to become.
Be the kicker.
The kicker.
Or even the quarterback. With a good line, you'll be protected for the most part.
I don't know.
They have longer careers, though, don't they?
Well, Rhonda,
yeah, right?
I have no idea.
Seems like they last longer than some of the other positions.
That is true, and it seems like they're better looking. Is that too much? Did I go over the line there? Just look at Tom Brady. All right, here's a look at Local 4 storm pins for you, and this is Stonehenge. No, it looks like it, though, the fog, and this is a farm up in North Branch, and a lot of great fog pictures coming in from the last couple of mornings. Of course, we have stations down in Houston and Florida, and there's have been, through the process of these hurricanes, a lot of amazing pictures and videos taken down there. Local 4 storm pins is in your app store under WDIV. We have 75 degrees right now, just a couple of clouds. You see a little shadow over Comerica Park and parts of Grand Circus Park, downtown Detroit. It is happening tonight, and the weather just really simply could not be better. 80 degrees, mostly sunshine, just a few clouds coming and going, and well above average, which is about 75 degrees. Overnight down to 59. Cooler in some of the suburbs, and the rural spots will once again get the soupy fog that will be difficult to drive through between 4 and about 8 a.m. on Saturday. Meanwhile, tonight, again, we've got the Tigers, just one of many live events happening downtown Detroit tonight, and tailgaters for this 7 o'clock start will be in the upper 70s, falling into the upper 60s, so it's barely a sweatshirt kind of a night, but might be a good idea to bring one with you if you're going to be out for a while. Don't have a whole lot going on. It looks like we do, and certainly other parts of the country. There's rain and snow up in the Mountain West after hundreds of wildfires burning, and many of them out of control. Some much needed rain to parts of the west and northwest there. There is rain down south of us, but a big area of high pressure is going to protect us today. Tomorrow we may see a few more clouds sneaking in, but no rain in the forecast Saturday. And on Sunday, we're going to hold the rain off until probably after dinner, Sunday night into Monday. But look at the temperatures, really not wavering at all. 80-ish for the entire 7-day. Sunday morning, this is near and dear to my heart. This is the JDRF1 walk, Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, trying to raise about $1 million locally for a world without type 1 diabetes. My son and I both have this chronic disease, and we're close to a cure. We'd love you to help us out with joining our team to walk. And if you can't, if you'd like to donate, we have everything set up for you there on the Scene on 4 page of clickondetroit.com. Otherwise, come out and see us, Milliken State Park, Sunday morning. It is 9:30. Going to be a good one.
Oh, beautiful morning, Brandon, and downtown Detroit riverfront is just so gorgeous on a sunny day, so it'll be very nice. Well, Jennifer Lawrence and Javier Bardem have each won Academy Awards for their acting. Darren Aronofsky, well, he has come close as the director of the Oscar-nominated film Black Swan. So now all three of them have combined their star power for a new film in theaters this week. That and more in your box office preview. Jennifer Lawrence tries to survive an American hustle in Mother. She and Javier Bardem are living a quiet life in their renovated love shack. But when strangers, Ed Harris and Michelle Pfeiffer, come knocking, it adds more than a bit of mystery to the mix. When Lawrence discovers the two have a secret history with her man, Mother is rated R.
Out there, it's about the mission, not about you.
Dylan O'Brien survives the CIA scorched trials in American Assassin. The Maze Runner star trades in his young adult heartthrob status for some locked and loaded gunplay. He's a black ops recruit looking to settle a score after his girlfriend is killed by terrorists. An attack that may be connected to handler Michael Keaton. American Assassin is rated R. This is ourselves. Ben Stiller puts the cry and midlife crisis in Brad's Status. He plays a dad making a round of campus visits with his teenage son, but the journey puts Stiller in the path of past classmates who are rolling in success, forcing the 47-year-old to tally his own gains and failures and decide whether his life gets a passing grade. Brad's Status is rated R. And that's the box office preview. Looks like some good ones for the weekend. Still ahead, a little surrealism for Star Wars fans around the world. The man who built this, a 20-foot replica, well, of AT-AT and where it's standing for the world to see. We'll have that coming up. Welcome back, everybody. Talk about impressive. One Star Wars fan took his love for the movie franchise to the next level. We'll have more on that, but we do want to get to this forecast, Brandon.
I have to, because it is weekend time. It's Friday, so I am sorry to interrupt this broadcast, but a final check of your weather. Today we're going to hit 80 degrees. May not see that in every neighborhood, but it's going to be close. A nice little mix of sun and clouds. 59 overnight. I would expect some more Saturday morning fog. Tomorrow and Sunday we are both right around 82 degrees, and we have shower chances late Sunday, early Monday, probably after dinner Sunday.
That 7-day forecast looks amazing.
Where was that all of August?
Exactly. A lot of people are asking that.
Well, we want to get back to the Star Wars story about a fan that took his passion to a new level. Take a look at Ian Mockett. He built a 20-foot replica of the AT-AT, an armored all-terrain vehicle from Star Wars, and it's one of the most iconic images from the Star Wars movies. The front yard of his house is where he built it.
That's amazing. Or AT-AT. Some people call it that too. Have a great day and a great weekend, everybody.
I don't know anybody who calls it.
You don't?